Hi everybody, it's Sunday night with ILXCTF. I'm your host Mike Newman. How is everybody doing? Had regionals. Jeez. So I was gonna say, there are a lot of things I want to say about yesterday. But I'm riled up a little bit. Bears to Tampa just score again. Let's see if Tampa just scored again. They're almost ready to score again. I like the Bears. Where would you rather be right now, cheering for the Bears or cheering for the Lions? That's Detroit. So one of the things that I wondered going into this weekend, and I've told a couple of people about this, is how are these regionals going to go? Because I was told this is going to be better. We have more. Oh gosh, I am so pissed off about this. This is going to be, I was told when it happened at the beginning of 2020 when they had the advisory committee meeting from one of the members, this is going to be great. There are going to be more runners at the state meet. There are more teams there. So how is it going to, it's going to make everything better. It's going to be, woo, it's better now. The regionals are so much better. And I asked, okay, so that's interesting that you're going down to 4 sectionals for 2A and 3A. So what's going to happen with regionals? And the reply, there was quiet. He's like, well, I'll have to look at my notes. I'll let you know. Well, you knew all this other stuff and you have to let me know you can't remember? Woo! Hold on. Where's my shenanigans flag? I can't find my shenanigans flag. All I thought about was, oh my gosh, this is going to be worse. And then all these other facts come out. 20% less runners advanced to the sectional meets yesterday. Less teams qualified for the sectional meets. But it's better. It's not the IHSA's fault, okay? And let's just make that perfectly clear. The advisory committee is supposed to be the advocate. They're supposed to give the IHSA advice. Did they do that? No way. Oh my gosh. I was at a party a few weeks ago with some of my college buddies, and one of the guys goes, don't start nooms up on this sectional thing. Well, I'm starting right now. So that was one of the things. I go to the York regional at Proviso West, and it was the same feeling. Everybody was like, yeah, let's get to sectionals. Ooh, yeah, ooh, what a good race. Ooh, yay. I mean, York girls won easily, York boys won easily. There were a few regionals that were good, and we'll talk about those. But then I go back and I look at the results. 40-point difference between 6th and 7th, okay. Ooh, a 10-point one. There's only 1 or 2 of those. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. And then I'm going through, auditing results and looking at all of this other stuff. And I'm like, let me go back to 2019 when all of this was created. And I looked at results. There were more closer finishes in 2A and 3A. In that year than there were yesterday. Are you kidding me? And then this morning I looked at it again. I'm like, I don't believe this. This is really. There was a movie on as I'm writing this morning. One of my favorites, Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. And one of the things, do you smell that, Brick? Do you smell that powerful odor of mendacity? Well, that's what came out of that advisory committee. Mendacity to the T, to the highest. I don't know. I don't know. It's what happened. I mean, the IHSA had nothing to do, couldn't do anything. They're restricted to 4 sectionals. So where do you put all these teams, all these good teams? Well, let's just throw them in Hinsdale. But there's nothing they could do. Oh my gosh. Should I keep going on? We'll just go 20 minutes of Mike going crazy, loony out of his mind. I feel bad for some of the kids. I feel bad for the kids that don't get a chance to race with their teammates next week. Lane Tech, for an example, they're a ranked team. And I mean, you gotta do it with the IHSA, with the regionals and the sectionals, where you have a regional representation. Well, besides moving north side prep to, instead of putting them in the Mather Regional, which is a half-mile away from their school, to 40 miles away at Burlington Central. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. But so I understand what the IHSA has to do with that. But the advisory committee not thinking about the repercussions of what would happen with this. They didn't think about it. I don't know where their heads were. I have an idea. It wasn't a matter of doing the best for the kids. It was hidden agendas, and oh my gosh. Yeah, so Lane Tech, ranked 25th in the state, they don't get to go because they were in Lyons Township Regional, which is, man, what great races there, because you have some great teams. You had, what, 5, 6 ranked teams in there? And you had a St. Ignatius team that was good, and they made it. They finished ahead of Lane Tech. Watke beating Llewellyn again, 15:22 on that course. They ran 12 or 13 seconds faster. But Downers Grove North winning 56-61. That region, that sectional at Hinsdale is just crazy next week. It's going to be unbelievable. Even though the 7 teams, ranking-wise, have kind of separated themselves, but anything can happen. Somebody falls, somebody has a bad race, and poof, you've got so many good teams there. At Oswego East, Naperville North, I got a call after that meet was over, and they said, we're going to check out on Naperville North. And a few of the runners weren't running. We heard it was COVID. And so when you hear something like that, you don't go, okay, let me tweet it out here. Oh, hold on a second. Ooh, yeah, watch this. This is, what was that? What is that thing again, track? I don't know. But talking to Dan Iverson, or getting an email from Dan Iverson, Dan said, there were some health concerns, health-related issues that caused Lucy Westlake and Marissa Magna to not be able to run. Hopefully they run this week. I'd love to see Naperville North at full strength. I mean, we saw that a few years last year during the COVID outbreak with York's boys team. Right after a race, one of the runners was had COVID. All of them had to be quarantined. Same thing with Wheaton North. Wheaton North couldn't run in the regional meet. It happened like the day before. So we're not over with this yet. I mean, Batavia's coming on strong on the girls' side. Schlenker winning. They have a nice freshman group that they've put in there, and they edged Naperville Central, and Naperville North still gets third. So, what else? Things that I can remember from 3A, if I can remember anything at all. Ali Nagovitich of Grant winning at Libertyville by 9 seconds over Brooke Cheston. That was interesting. Prospect looks good. Going into the sectionals at Bussy Woods. Palatine boys got beat by 2 points by Barrington. Still had a nice split, 26-second split. Quincy sectional, Marcellus Mines 14:41 at East Moline. 4 runners under 15 minutes. I'm calling shenanigans on the course line, unless somebody wheeled it out and can let me know. But Manuka over Yorkville by 3 points on the girls' side. On the boys' side, Manuka over Plainfield South by 4 points. The 4 runners under 15 minutes on that course. Come on, it can't be 3. It can't be 3. Mine's doing it, yes. I just have to question it when you see so many runners under that on a course that nobody really knows about. Edwardsville winning pretty easily. Ryan Watts waiting to make his move. So it'll be a good race next week between Watts and Mines. Proviso West, or the Lake Park sectional, St. Charles East looks good. Wilson runs 14:39 on that hill. Great cross country course, but Wilson running 14:39, that's good. It's 3 miles too. If you run one tangent, it's 3.05. If you run another tangent, it's 2.97, so let's just call it 3 miles. On the girls' side, St. Charles East wins. Warrenville South runs a little bit better. They get second. And then we talked about the Proviso West. Hampshire winning over winning the boys' race, and Huntley winning the girls. At Sandburg, in the regional, Sandburg didn't run Tunney. They still win with 25 points, 25 to 43, I want to say, over Downers Grove South. And on the girls' side, Downers Grove South wins pretty easily, 20 points, and they held out. Holly Johnson, I know she'll be running next week. That sectional is crazy. 2A side, Morton wins, Fenwick wins on the boys' side at different regionals. Morton at Galesburg, Fenwick at Caneland. So I wasn't going to say the K word, but I did. Elia Tonthat did not run for Northside, and they got edged 63 to 65, I want to say, by Dixon. But her little sister Lucia, who's a freshman, wins. Perec 16:52. What a surprise that Ava's running under 17 minutes there. Oh yeah, I'm going to go to 1A. Gavin Genesio of Benton, 14:05 at Benton City Park for that's 2.92 miles. So I didn't figure out what the equivalency is to 3 miles, what the time is. I'm not going to worry about that. All I know is that's fast for Genesio. And then Isaac Teal of Pinckneyville second, 14:25. Any surprises? Winnebago scoring 16 points. Rockford Christian winning easily at Oregon. Rosary really looked good in their race, 29 points winning at Harvest Christian Academy. Congratulations to Liliana Sertz, made her choice to the University of Toledo. Great job. Congratulations. And that's about it. I mean, there wasn't a lot of drama. 2 regionals in 3A. Maybe 1. I mean, the Caneland Regional didn't have any drama, but you had 6 good teams. It's just going to be really interesting going into this next weekend. Sectional Saturday is always great. You see some great races. You see some teams run an unbelievable race to get to Detweiler Park. Yeah, remember, we're going to have more runners and more teams there. It's going to be super exciting. What about the regional kids, huh? So there's going to be some interesting sectional meets. Check back with ILXCTF.com. Later in the week, we'll have previews. We'll get you started. Keep checking out Illinois cross country speed ratings. Roland should have the regional ratings done. Regional performances done, and he'll get you ready with his view of what could happen in the sectionals, and Roland is pretty good at doing what he does. So I did, you know, we've been kind of silly with all the regional stuff. Not silly, but just really serious. And so I do want to talk a few minutes about this, and it's a serious subject. And so I'm not saying anything critical about Oswego East holding their regional. What else could they do? But there was a heavy cloud in the air because the day before, on Friday, the captain of the Oswego East football team took his own life. And we're seeing more and more of this, and it makes me sad, and it makes me concerned. Are we as parents, or as we as in social media, putting too much pressure on these kids? I went through a divorce, and there were moments, I was still living in Cleveland, where I would be at the Rock and Roll Museum Hall of Fame doing work, and I'm like, I just want to walk behind the building. There's a nice ledgeway going into Lake Erie and just jump off. Luckily, I have 3 great kids, and I had some people that I could talk to, that I could bring everything out. And I mean, I've gone through it as a parent. So and it doesn't matter if you're in high school, if you're in college, you're a grown-up, you're an adult, and you feel that, hey, this isn't worth it. It is worth it. There are people that you can talk to that will help you through this. They'll give you ways to reason with things. You know, reason with depression, and depression it hurts. It hurts. But if you have somebody that you can talk to, and don't keep it inside of yourself. Now, I heard the news yesterday after the meet was over that I was in, with the Naperville North News, and I feel horrible. I mean, where do you start? I don't know. But we have to become a better society to reach out to people that are in trouble and help each other out. And I hate to end this show on a serious note, but it's something that's been bouncing off, you know, inside my head, what little I have in my head. We can all come together and help each other out when things get bad. And those of you that are going through those things, have the strength to reach out to somebody. It's okay that you're down. People will help you get through it. It's sad. It's sad when somebody decides that this wonderful thing called life isn't worth it. So let's make it worth it. Let's help each other out. And I think we're going to stop there. Yeah, we're going to stop there. So we have some great sectionals coming up. Watch for ILXCTF during the week. We'll get you ready for that. And then we'll have some sectional videos up next week. And let's just go from there. And then let's get ready for state. And let's have fun down at Detweiler Park. Let's smile. And let's run good. And if you don't run good, well, oh well, it's just a race. So, sorry. But I needed to say that. I was thinking about that a lot yesterday. So with a smile on my face, let's talk next week, and hopefully we can have a cheerier conversation. So this is Mike Newman from ILXCTF.com. Have a great week. Stay dry. It's raining like crazy. Don't watch the Bears game because they're really bad. We'll see you next week. Bye.